హాయ్, నా పేరు ప్రేమ్. బై ప్రొఫెషన్ నేను ఒక డిజైనర్ని. యూట్యూబ్ వీడియోస్ కూడా చేస్తుంటాను. అండ్ న్యాచురల్లీ ఐ హ్యావ్ అన్ ఇంక్లినేషన్ టువర్డ్స్ ఫిల్మ్ మేకింగ్. సో Bommalaata was always a source of good information and some kind of entertainment for me. Hearing the technicalities from people like Tarun Bhaskar, Venkatesh Mohan, others, it was a really great depth that Bommalaata goes into when it comes to technicalities of filmmaking. I kept seeing social media posts about puddle workshops Ajay Vegesna garu conduct chesevi as a part of Bommalaata. And first 2 times miss ayya, and the third time I was luckily at the right time at the right place, and I registered before it was filled out. And Awe and Mallesham are basically 2 of my favorite films undeniably. And alanti cinemalto associate ayunna person Ajay Vegesna garu. Learning from his own experiences is something I always wanted to be a part of. So I registered for the workshop, and to be honest, it's the most elaborate workshop I've ever attended. Nenu design workshops attend ayya, vere other kinds of workshops attend ayya, but the depth to which this workshop went in is really amazing. Like the way I watched movies before the workshop and after it, now I have a lot of thinking frameworks to really assess how a shot is done, and I understand a lot more about color now, why some colors are used, and I understood a lot more about character development. There are a lot of technical aspects which I was not aware of, like beats, for example, which Ajay sir went into a great depth explaining it. And there were a lot of examples used in the entire workshop, and to spend time with co-filmmakers, co-film aspirants, and with an experienced person, and there were a wide set of people in the group as well. కొంతమంది ఆల్రెడీ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్డ్ ఉన్నారు, కొంతమంది షార్ట్ ఫిల్మ్స్ తీసిన వాళ్ళు ఉన్నారు, కొంతమంది యూఎస్లో వర్క్ చేస్తూ జస్ట్ ఫిల్మ్ ఎంతూజియాస్ హు ఆర్ ట్రైంగ్ టు గెట్ ఇన్ ఫ్రమ్ దేర్ ఉన్నారు. సో ఇట్స్ అ వెరీ గుడ్ మిక్స్. Everyone kept sharing their experiences, everyone kept sharing their work, and most probably if I try to make a short film or any other creative project, this is the first group that I'll go to looking for collaborators. And even after the workshop, the group is still active. Chala discussions on film avutunayi from what all frameworks we learnt in the workshop. And this workshop, for me personally, it was not just about film technicalities. Since film is a reflection of life, art and society in general, Ajay sir gave a lot of tips about like how to think as a filmmaker, how to think as an artist, and in general how to think in a healthy way. So these are the things which are my key takeaways, and to name one, this one line stuck from the workshop with me even until now, months after the workshop: do what you can with what you have from where you are. So there are a lot of gems like these which can be applied in across all fields, and this is my one of the key takeaways. So before attending the workshop, even though I tried to write notes while watching films, observing the technicalities, it was vague. అంటే కొన్ని అక్కడ ఇక్కడ అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తూ ఒక కన్సిస్టెన్సీ ఉండేది కాదు, అండ్ దట్ నోట్స్ అంత యూస్ఫుల్ కాదు. బట్ నౌ ఇప్పుడు నేను ఏమన్నా సినిమా చూసి ఇఫ్ ఐఎమ్ రైటింగ్ అ నోట్స్, ఐ హ్యావ్ క్లియర్ క్లాసిఫికేషన్స్. నేను ఏం అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తున్నా సినిమాలో, వాట్ వెంట్ రైట్, వాట్ వెంట్ రాంగ్ ఇన్ మై ఒపీనియన్. సో దీస్ ఆర్ ఆల్ ద థింగ్స్ విచ్ ఐ డింట్ హ్యావ్, దీస్ ఆర్ ఆల్ ద ఫ్రేమ్వర్క్స్ విచ్ ఐ డింట్ హ్యావ్ బిఫోర్. దట్ ఈస్ వన్ మేజర్ change that happened within me after this workshop. If you are remotely interested in films, ఒక ఫిల్మ్ ఆస్పిరెంట్ అయినా, if you want to know what's happening behind a film, how does a film crew work, how does a person write from an idea to proper screenplay, what are the technicalities involved, what are the structures involved, and just to get an overview in general, I would highly suggest you take up this workshop. And this is not some kind of promotion. I was a film enthusiast for a lot of years, and I have attended some talks, lectures, or like seen a lot of YouTube videos, but this is something which gives you some quality which is worth more than money. I mean, you shouldn't even consider the money tag associated with this workshop. It gives you a lot more than that. One more thing I liked about this workshop is it pushes you to be more of you. That's what Bommalaata stands for. So ఏవో ర్యాండమ్గా టెక్నిక్స్ చెప్పేసి ఫాలో అయితే ఫిల్మ్ మేకర్ అయిపోతారని కాదు. Ajay Vegesna sir and the team from Bommalaata encourages everyone to explore themselves, what they are good at or what they are more inclined towards, and develop our art around that. So that is one thing which I found very unique here. So in conclusion, if you want to make your first step into filmmaking, just understand what everything is about and get an overview. Bommalaata is the right place for you.